Welcome guys to another one of my videos. Today we're doing a special video. We're doing my top 10 favorite GameCube games in my collection. I'm excited to do this video for you guys because I love the GameCube and it seems like it was an underrated system for everyone back in the day and still to this day. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a recce is the gaming tech, is the gaming tech, gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with my 10 favorite GameCube games that I own in my collection. These are my pride and joy for the GameCube. So let's get right into it. These are not in any sort of order. This is not number 1 through 10. This is just my top 10 on the GameCube. So let's go ahead and we'll start with Mario Kart Double Dash. Now everyone knows Mario Kart. It's been a series, since the Super Nintendo, and this one is a really fun game. There's a couple of reasons why here. Obviously, it's a good Mario Kart game. It's the first time that you can actually ride into a cart, drive your cart around with someone else in there, and you can switch between it, and you can grab multiple items and throw between the both of you guys. So you get some powers based on the fact that you have 2 people in the cart. But what I really liked about this one actually back in the day is that this used the GameCube broadband adapter. So you can actually go online and play with people. And now what I do with it is obviously I have 2 GameCube in here, one on the retro TV and one on the big TV. And I link them up and we play System Link on Mario Kart. So that's always a fun time. Everyone, you can get your own TV and stuff. So, but there's a lot of good things about, they had a lot of characters in this game. Some of the courses in here were really good. They had a lot of good items. This is just a solid all-around Mario Kart Double Dash game. Now, it's not my favorite in the series as far as Mario Kart in general, but it's still a really good Mario Kart game and definitely one of my favorite childhood games on the GameCube. I played this game a ton back in the day. And this game we have here is one of my favorite series from Nintendo, and that's WarioWare Inc. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with this series, this is obviously the series that it throws you quick mini games. You have 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds to complete a task, and they get faster and faster, and you're trying to get through them as much as possible. And it's just a really fun time. This one has over, let's see, how many games does this have? Over 100 different ones, and all of these are so much fun. This is probably one of the, if not the best WarioWare game. It's definitely one of the top ones as far as the series goes. There's a bunch of these games out there now. There's actually a new one coming out to the 3DS here late in August. I can't wait to pick that up because it's going to be the top mini games from a whole entire series, so that's going to be fun to play all those. And it's just a really fun time, and it's a great 4-player game for local multiplayer, and I played this game a ton back in the day, having a lot of fun with it. And I still play this game today. It's just a really good game. The next one here in the series is Luigi's Mansion. I don't think this game needs any introduction. You guys know all about this game. They're actually reintroducing this game on the 3DS as a remake of the GameCube version. So that's going to be really fun to play through. It's obviously Luigi going through a haunted mansion. He's trying to capture ghosts and find Mario and stuff like that. And it's just a really, really good gameplay. And it looks really good on the GameCube as well. This is a really standout game as far as graphic-wise was back in the day. And I did beat the game, and it was just a really fun time to play through this game as a kid. And, one of the best games on the GameCube. You can't miss it if you own a GameCube. The next game on the list is Metroid Prime. Now, I actually haven't completed this game. I'm 75% through. I played a good chunk of this when I was a kid, but I never actually finished it. And I actually am now 75% through playing it now as an adult now. And I see why people like this series so much. I'm playing through this game now. And there's a lot. The controls are really good. The graphics, on the GameCube are really well done, and just the fun of rolling around into a ball as Metroid Prime. The shooting mechanics work really well. There's a lot of diversity as far as the environments and stuff like that. I'm having a really fun time with it. So I'm looking forward to actually finishing this game, and it's definitely already in my top 10 for GameCube games. And I'm looking forward to getting to 100% on this game. If you guys haven't checked this game out and you guys are crazy, there's obviously a new one coming out to the Switch that I'm really excited to play, which is why I started to play this game, because there's a new one coming out on the Switch, next year sometime, so I want to be able to finish the series before that one comes out. The next game on the series is a long line of sports games that Nintendo usually does with their Mario franchise, and this is Mario Superstar Baseball. I really hope that they bring this baseball series back on the Switch. This game was so much fun. I'm not really a huge baseball fan of myself as far as the real baseball games are, but this game is just so much fun to play. The courses are obviously, they have wacky courses to play. and some mini games to play. Obviously, it's a great 4-player game to play with your friends. You know, it's just obviously baseball with Mario themed. You know, the courses are themed that way. All the characters are there. You know, items come into play, and it's just a really, really fun, you know, baseball game. If you're even a little bit interested in the baseball series, this is really good. I really hope that they've introduced more games to the Nintendo Switch, because this one needs to come back. And there's not much else to say about it. If you're into 4-player co-op and you're into baseball, this is a must-own, and it's a lot of fun. My cousin still plays this all the time to this day, and she's crazy about this game. The next game on this list here, I don't think needs any introduction. As Super Smash Bros. Melee, people's probably still favorite Smash Bros. Game in the series. Maybe that will change when the new Switch version comes out this year. We don't know. We'll see. But Melee is just the pinnacle of what Super Smash Bros. Was. Obviously, if you don't know what it is, it's 4-player. It's 1 to 4 players. You go at it in a 4-player, you know, brawl, and you use weapons. You use your special abilities. You're trying to knock each other off the stage. And it was just a lot of fun back in the day. There's so many different weapons and items that fall on the stage. The stages are all really varied. And the GameCube game just did, you know, with the graphics and the style and all the characters that it had and all the special items that it had, you know, with Pokeballs going on there and throwing Pokemons at each other, you know, just all different stuff. And this is still a lot of people's favorite Smash Brothers game. So that goes to tell you this is a must-own, obviously, on the GameCube. It's #1 for a lot of people. And, you know, this will tear your friends apart in 4-player local multiplayer. If it didn't do it as a kid, it'll still do it now. Still a great game, and I still play this with friends nowadays. Mario Power Tennis for the GameCube is a really good tennis game. Obviously, the Switch version actually just came out for this game, so I'm happy that got transferred over. And in my opinion, the Switch game is a really good game. We did a video of that a couple of videos back. And this one is really good. It has a nice, you know, nice graphics, obviously. The tennis game is, you know, just like what you would expect. It's more tennis. And if you compare it to the Switch version that you guys play now, this is more like the basic version of what that game is doing. It, like, you know, has the power-ups and you know, specials and stuff like that. And it's just a really fun 4-player multiplayer game. Just like a lot of these GameCube games, this is what I really like about the GameCube, is that there were some amazing 4-player local multiplayer games that are still good to this day, and that's what a lot of these games are. If not, almost every single one of these is 4-player multiplayer, because I played them back in the day the same way, and I still play them now, and that's what was great about the GameCube game. It was like a party machine, basically, for friends, and it still is for me for this day, and it was an underrated system in my opinion. And this is a great sports game for Mario Tennis. A lot of fun with your friends. If you're into tennis, check this one out. Now, the next one we have on this list is Super Mario Strikers. Now, this is it's easily my top 5 GameCube games. I'm not going to say it's #1, but it's definitely my top 5. I love Super Mario Strikers. I know they had one on the Wii, but it used a lot of motion controls and stuff. This is my favorite one. They really need to bring this game back on the Switch. It's been a long time already. I want this game on the Switch really bad. And you know, if you're a fan of soccer like I am, this is just so much fun with friends. You know, with the Mario characters, obviously, and the crazy stages, and you know, just a hectic, crazy amount of fun you can see here. You know, scoring goals against your friends and just knocking them out and sliding them and taking the ball away, trying to get your superpower off. And you know, and try to get a bunch of goals. You know, there's just so much fun to be had in this game, and you can throw items at each other. There's items that you can throw, like the shells and stuff like that. Bowser comes out of nowhere and starts messing with you guys. There's so much good in this game. They really need to bring this game back. I'm still having fun with this game nowadays. Must own on the GameCube, especially if you have friends around. Next game on here is, of course, Mario Party 5. This is probably regarded as the best Mario Party in the series to date. And there's a Mario Party for the Switch coming out, so I'm really excited for that as well. And I'm really excited because they're going back to the way the classics used to do it, which is obviously playing on a board as opposed to the trash that they did with Mario Party 9 and 10, where they took that away and everyone moved together. Nobody wants that. We want Mario Party like it used to be back in the day. This has over 70 minigames, and it's probably the one that has, you know, the best minigames in the series, which is why people regard this one as one of the best ones. And you know, there's a lot of good classics one here. You can see the ones on the screen now with the air hockey that I have a lot of fun with, and there's also, you know, the basketball mini game in here. There's just a lot of good mini games on here. The maps that you run around are really good, and it just seems like the mini games on here are just really well done and no gimmicks, just really fun mini games. and this is my favorite in the series as well, as far as Mario Party 5, Mario Party the series goes. And I'm excited to see if the new Mario Party that they're rebooting for the Switch ends up being my favorite. I have high hopes for that game. Check this one out. If this is the only one you get on the GameCube, get Mario Party 5 first. They also have Mario Party 4, 6, and 7 on the GameCube. And the last one we have here is one that we're all talking about nowadays because we're clamoring for it to come on the Switch, and that's Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Now, this is probably my second favorite in the series, not because the game isn't great, but the 3DS version, the New Leaf version, is probably just better because it's obviously portable and I can carry it around. They add a lot of new features to that. But this one is really, really good, and there's a major feature on this one that didn't come across to the New Leaf series, and that is that you can actually buy things to decorate your house, and one of the things you can do is actually decorate with NES mini games. So you actually have the full NES games. There's I don't know how many there are in there. Let's say there's 3, 4, or 5, and you unlock them in there. You can put them in your house, and you can actually play the full NES game in your house on here. So that was one of the standouts for this game. But everyone knows what Animal Crossing is like. You go through all the different seasons, different events pop up. You're talking to your neighbors. You're planning plans, talking to everyone, decorating your house and adding more items and stuff like that. And every season, new things happen, new events happen in the town. Christmas rolls around, the whole town is decorated like Christmas. All those fun different things, and that goes by the date of what it is in real life. So if it's Christmas in real life and you boot up Animal Crossing, it's going to be Christmas in the game. So you can go in there and greet everyone. Everyone's going to be in their Christmas spirits. It's a really good game to play throughout the seasons in real life because that will be decorated and things will be going on in there like festivals and stuff like it does in real life. So it's a great game to boot up during those times, and it is my top 10. So that is my top 10 GameCube games on currently that I really like, and I play these games all nowadays for the most part, and those are a lot of fun. But I'm going to give you guys now a couple of quick runner-ups that weren't mentioned in here that you guys should also consider. Some of the runner-ups that we have here is Kirby's Air Ride, really fun game, great for 4 players as well. That's a good game to look into. Mario Golf, along with the other ones. This is Golf with Mario, of course. Also a really good game on the GameCube. Super Mario Sunshine was highly regarded on the GameCube. It's obviously one of the craziest and most weirdest departures from the Mario series, but it's a really fun game and very different from the other ones, so check that one out. Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube is also really good. Wave Race Blue Storm, obviously if you guys are a fan of Wave Race, boat racing and stuff, this is a really good one on the GameCube, probably the best one. And F-Zero GX, also really good on the GameCube as well, if you guys are into that series. And those are the runner-ups. So, along with all those are all my GameCube games that I'm currently playing. A lot of the good ones that I currently already own. There's not many missing that I'm clamoring to find for my collection. These are the standouts for me, and I'm having a lot of fun with the GameCube. If you guys don't have a GameCube, I suggest you probably pick one up. These games are really good and still fun to play today. The graphics are still really well done. I do have, just to mention, an HD cable that are really, the ones that they used to make back in the day, officially made by Nintendo, are usually going for crazy amounts of money. I was lucky to be able to find one on the cheap, but it makes your games obviously in 480p for the games that support it, and most of them do. So that's a cable you guys should look into if you want to connect it to your HD TV to make them stand out for the component cables. But other than that, guys, those are my top 10. If I missed any that you guys think are your favorites, and maybe something that I may have missed that should be in my top 10 that maybe I've never played before, put that in the comments below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.
Gaming Techie is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie, gaming tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie.